Kukpi7 Wayne Christian and Kukpi7. My English name is Chief Wayne Christian. I'm going to give you an update on what's going on with the wildfires, but first I want to talk about our public alert system. We've instituted and got that rolling, and people are becoming around asking people to register on it. You don't need a smartphone or a cell phone, you can do it from your landline. And the intent of this alert system is to alert you if things are happening, if there's got to be an evac, or if anything serious is going on, we will send out an alert through that system. And once it's up and running, I think we'll do a test just to see how it works, but just as a test process so people can link into it. It's really an important system. Again, it's intended to give you information right away if something's going on, and I think that's what's really important to that process. So look for it, the public alert system. People will be coming around, especially with elders registering you. Those of you can go into our website and register on it, and just hook into it. It's just a way to keep you informed and give you an alert if there's something serious going on within the community or just outside the community. It's really geographically sort of placed, so I think it's really important. So public alert system, first issue, register. You don't need a cell phone, you can do it from your landline, so register. And I'll say again, register in that system, because you won't get an alert and you won't get notified if you are not registered. So I ask you to register in that system. Oh, wildfires. It's hard to explain, but it's just like, as you know, it's critically important right now. No fires of any kind, in whether it's your home or whether it's outside camping or anything. Even ceremonies, no sweat lodge ceremony fires, anything like that, because it's so volatile right now. One spark could light up the whole community. And so we need to be really clear about that, no fires. The wildfires of note around us, there's one in Westwold. It's called the White Lake Fire. It's burning out of control. It's headed towards Westwold, and the wind may change. They say maybe heading towards Falkland, but that's a fire of note. It's still quite a ways away, but just keeping our eye on it. Again, the one in Sukhamaus, you may have heard that started a while back with an accident along the road where a vehicle struck a power pole and the transformer went down and ignited a fire. It went up the hill. Sukhamaus is under alert and evacuation order for parts of Sukhamaus, and it's across the lake from where our disputed reserve is in Sukhamaus. So just so you know that we're keeping our eye on that. That one is out of control again, and it's burning up the mountain and heading towards Hunter's Range. So just understand that that's what's going on there. The other fire of note is in Maple Lake, or they call it the Bunting Road fire. It's out of control. They've issued evacuation alerts for people that live along the far side of the lake. And so that is, again, quite a ways away, but it is burning out of control. And so just note, we'll continue to update people. Those of you that have access to the websites, the BC Wildfire Services, have an interactive map that gives an indication where the fires are and the size of them, and fires of note if they're burning out of control. So those of you who have access to the internet can access that for yourself. But we're just letting you know what's happening. With the Secwepemc Nation, all 17 communities, we're developing an emergency operations center as a nation, because we've always had issues with interfacing with the emergency management BC. We've had some real concerns with some of the personnel and how our communities are being managed. We've been told publicly on phone calls with Emergency Management BC, communities have been told you're on your own. And that's very concerning to us, considering when we're in a state of emergency provincially, and how the province is not coming to help us at any point. And I think it's really important we understand that we as Secwepemc are having to look after ourselves, and that's something we may want to consider here down the road here, because there's a lot of communities again that have been evacuated and won't have access to food, and that's something that has had a real impact on us here, and I think that's something we're going to have to look at with our As many of you may have problems this year with your gardens because it was so friggin' hot. Like your gardens may have burned up, we don't know, because I know I had problems with my garden. The cherries in my cherry tree just shriveled right up because it was so friggin' hot, and they never were able to, go to their full size. The birds had a feast. I had no cherries this year. So those are the kinds of things we have to start paying attention to as we move forward. One of the things we're doing right now is doing an assessment of the water situation, our reservoirs, and those types of things. We will be sending out if there is going to be a use water advisory, because again, we need our reservoirs full in case of emergency. And so we're just in that process of tracking that right now, and we'll be issuing more information to the community as things arise. So again, remember the public alert system. Register for it. You don't need a cell phone, you don't need a smartphone, you can do it from your landline. And we're sending people around today specifically for the elders to register them so that you can be notified of any emergency that takes place almost immediately if things have to happen quickly. And the wildfires, just remember, no fires. No fireworks, no fires, nothing. Even if you're smoking outside, be very, very careful. Use water to put your cigarette butts out, because what the problem is it doesn't take much for a fire to ignite, and it's so volatile it could move really quick and have devastating impact. So as we've seen in Lytton and other parts of the interior, so just keep that in mind. And again, the third thing is around the wildfires. Just pay attention. The smoke is very severe right now. I know health has been trying to go around and get air purifiers for people. I think it's really important, or just because the smoke right now, even myself, I can't last long outside before my throat and my respiratory system gets impacted. It's kind of really a sore throat feeling. It kind of feels like I got a cold, and my voice goes hoarse. So pay attention to those things, and again, just be safe. COVID, you've heard today that the biggest issue with COVID is that it's the people that are not vaccinated, in terms of the ones that are creating these clusters. And it's in closed places that is being spread, and places where people aren't using masks. So I still urge you, it's not mandatory, but inside, wear a mask. Inside buildings, wear a mask, simply because people that are carriers are not vaccinated, and that's, again, private information. We don't know who that is, and you have to act like everybody has not been vaccinated and be safe, because it doesn't take much, as we're seeing with the variant that's coming out, and it's having an impact in British Columbia right now. And I believe Dr. Bonnie Henry and Minister Dix made the announcement of the vaccination process, still urging people to get vaccinated. And I ask again, those of you that aren't vaccinated, reconsider for your safety of your family and others around you, simply because it's important. So take care, look after yourself, and be safe. Be fire smart, be water smart, and be COVID smart. Those three things is really important right now. Kukpi7 and have a good day.